Asaba, the capital of Delta State, was a delight for the Omafuvwe's family, as all walks of life, from the clergy, politicians, industrialists, civil servants, converge on the 19th of November 2023 to honor a great woman, Pastor Mrs. Maureen Omafuvwe, as she celebrates her 50th birthday and the unveiling of her book launch, Make a Home. Mrs. Omafuvwe, who is the wife of Pastor Ambrose Omafuvwe, is Zonal Pastor, Rehoboth Zone of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Delta Province 14. The celebrant said, "I feel fulfilled, marking my 50th birthday on the planet Earth, and I am very grateful to God for His mercies over my life."
Pastor Maureen Omafuvwe is my name. I'm glad to be alive. I'm celebrating my jubilee.
How does it feel?
Years.
How does it feel?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a beautiful one that the Lord has made this day to come to pass. It's a great thing God has done in my life. Many that were born the same day with me, they are no more. Some are in one situation or the other that are not qualifying, but I just want to give God all the glory because He has been faithful. Through it all, He's been God. And thank God for 50 years, not 50 days, not 50 hours, not 50 minutes, 50 years on this planet Earth is wow. I give God all the glory.
Mrs. Omafuvwe noted that the book Making a Home is a guide to achieving a successful marriage relationship for marriage couples and those intending to join the marriage institutions. Mrs. Omafuvwe said a successful marriage could only thrive in a home and not a house, insisting that every man and wife should aim at making a home and entrust their marital affairs in the hands of God for divine guidance.
Every step you want to take in life, you have to reflect on it. That's why, as part of the book, I asked, is divorce an option? Reason the implications of divorce. When you think about it, you pipe low, and you just try to make it work. Because no human on earth is perfect. It's only God Almighty that is perfect. So with love and forgiveness, marriage will work. Perseverance, tolerance. We understand.
Yeah, but you've said that divorce is not an option.
It's not an option.
But we have seen some marriages where life is involved in terms of threat to life. Marriage that are brutish. Ocean is one.
Abuse in marriage. When it has to do with abuse, you have to seek for counsel. You have to seek for counsel and think of what to do. Do you understand? You don't keep. Some people keep quiet. So don't speak out. If you are going through anything in your home, please speak out. I don't encourage you to die in your marriage. Hallelujah. I don't encourage you to die in it. What I advise is this: you can take a little break, but don't divorce. Take a little break, have time to reflect and see if it's gonna work. If it's not gonna work, you ask God. Let God decide for you, not man, not your father, not your mother, not even your friends. Take it to God. God will guide you. He will tell you the step to take, and you won't regret if God leads you. But if you go by your own impulse, you may not like it.
She noted that God has blessed her with a lovely and a wonderful husband, Pastor Ambrose Omafuvwe, and beautiful children, and our marriage has lasted for over 26 years. For his part, the husband of the celebrant and Zonal Pastor, Rehoboth Zone, Redeemed Christian Church of God, Delta Province 14, Pastor Ambrose Omafuvwe, said he decided to celebrate his wife and mother of his children at 50 because she meant everything to him. Pastor Omafuvwe, who worked in the Delta State House of Assembly, described his wife as a gifted and multi-talented and industrious woman who had made impressive marks in fashion design, bead making, music, songwriting, acting, movie production, among other endeavors.
In fact, I lack the adjective to describe her, because it's so many things. She's a wonderful woman, both spiritually, socially, academically, in all aspects of life. She's a gifted woman, and she's a woman you can rely upon at all times. We have come through thick and thin when things were not, as a strongly young man. In fact, when I was visiting her at Abraka, as a student, so as you find this old, this man will not get motor. I will fly keke and many Okada. But she stood by me because she stood as a man that he loves. And there's no way I can describe. In fact, she's everything to me. She's my sister, my wife, my mother, my son, everything you can think of. She's highly gifted. She's not lazy. She can dabble into anything. Like for example, even though she's a civil servant, she knows how to make hats. The former Chief Justice, he do their hair. Not just talking there, the customary cause of appeal. Through that, you know most of these top-ranking justices, the women, he does their hat for them. And at the time, the Catholic Church, they gave her a contract to women. They're doing a program for 50 hats. She didn't rest. She had to beat the deadline. She knows how to sew. She can build clothes. She knows how to do beads. She's into many things. Recently, she went into fish farming. Now, she's a musician. He went into a movie. He shot a movie and has gone to writing. So she's talented and gifted and a committed mother. So, in fact, I feel elated that God has been able to keep her alive for us and the children. We didn't want to do more because if we begin to testify, let's look at this. And we started with prayers, because we already did the prayer. We have come a long way. And it's not every woman that is able to be with a man that is struggling from the scratch. There was a time I was doing youth service. I was looking for a job in Lagos. I was serving in Oyo State. He collected Alawi and located me in Lagos to share from the Alawi. You understand? So I can tell you how far to go. And I remember also, when I was leaving my house, I didn't tell her. So I reached a level and I said, I'm bringing something. You are doing this, he didn't tell me. That day I went to bank and withdraw 200,000. So my husband take support. Maybe it's not my encouragement. So I believe something. When people die, they say, oh, she was good, is this, is that. I believe it's celebrating the living more than the dead. Because if you celebrate the dead, whatever you are saying, it's not aware, it's oblivious of what is happening. So I decided to celebrate her because she'll be with me. And not that when something is wrong, let her know that I love her and the children love her. So that's why we try to do what we are doing, to make her to feel loved. Let me tell you the truth, love is everything. It doesn't somebody you love the person, they are not showing the action. So we try to celebrate her this way. And I thank God that God has kept her alive.
He maintained that no one, including his wife, was perfect except God, and expressed delight that she had given him a peaceful and prosperous home as well as God-fearing children. The event, which was shared by a former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Basi Ganagana, said the book is a must-read by every couple who are in marriage for a successful marriage life, while congratulating the celebrant on her 50th birthday celebration.
Well, first and foremost, I thank God for the life of Maureen Omafuvwe, Pastor Maureen Omafuvwe, the wife of Pastor Ambrose Omafuvwe, who is my very good friend and my pastor. I thank God for their lives because it is not easy to celebrate 50 years, especially now. It's a milestone and a landmark birthday, especially with the situation of things in the country, you know, there are so many things to grapple with. But by the infinite mercies of God, God has been able to preserve me. For me, my prayer for them is that this is the first half of our years on earth, and the second half should be better. Because even the Bible says that the glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. That is my prayer for her. God should keep her in good health, and they should enjoy the fruit of her labor, she and her husband. And what has happened here today is as a result of the kind of impact she has made in the society. You see, a lot of persons came to grace this occasion, and in spite of the duration of time spent, people were, you know, patient. That means they came and they enjoyed themselves, you know. That is it. And again, I'm also happy that the woman, Maureen Omafuvwe, is not just a pastor, a woman of God. She's a woman that is talented. God gave her a lot of talents. She is a music artist, and apart from that, a filmmaker, and also a writer. These are talents God has given to her. And I think that as many that came here today will have something to learn from this precious room. Because, like I did say, everyone in life, God has given one talent or another. And we must all give account of the talents God has given to us.
Right Honorable Gana said the celebrant is a gifted woman with many good qualities beneficial to the society. Dignitaries present included Mr. Stanley Ebireri, Acting Chairman of the House of Assembly Service Commission, Barrister Ben Okonkwo, Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Andrew Omoshola, Pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Region 34, Dr. Davison Oriaki, Mr. Mejeri Ochuku, Head of Personnel, Direct Labor Agency, among others. In an interview with EE Media, Dr. Patrick Edema of Denis Osadebe University, Asaba, Barrister Austin Uwasike, Secretary to the Delta State House of Assembly Service Commission, and Mr. Godfrey Ubaka, Editor-in-Chief, Pointer Newspaper, and others have this to say of the celebrants.
Well, I rejoice with Pastor Mrs. Maureen Omafuvwe. I've known her and the husband for quite some years, and I can say authoritatively that they are one couple that I admire a lot because of the way and manner they have actually managed their affairs over the years, you know, combining secular job and of course the church is quite challenging, but I can tell you that they have successfully balanced these two over the years, and at least you can see from the book that she wrote, even though marriage is actually not a textbook approach, but from experiences she has garnered over the years, I'm sure it's a collection of both of the experiences of the husband, of herself, and of course having been in counseling for many years as a pastor. You know, these are some of the, you know, takeaways that she actually reduced into print, at least to help people who are coming into the institution, because a lot of people just believe that it's a walk in the park, but it's not like that. So for Maureen, she stood the test of time.
Yeah, we collectively thank God for His mercies and giving her time, you know, to showcase what God has done for her for the past 50 years. That symbolizes Golden Jubilee. We're here celebrating with her and some other attendant involvements that make up today as what a day that is worth reckoning with.
Yeah, significantly, she is marking it with a book. building a home. How would you describe this event, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think going by what the reviewers of the book have said, it's okay. But for me, if I'm to go through the critique, per se of the book, I have more to say about the book. But that notwithstanding, it's a very good book, trying to order some persons who want to go into matrimony for the first time, learn how to manage their homes. But I think generally that matrimony is not what you rehearse. It's a situation that comes that determines what plays out eventually. It's not what you rehearse. It's not what you read from books. It's not textually inclined. It's not a textbook matter. That's my take home on this matter. But a good job.
So finally, your word to the Omafuvwe family.
Yeah, they've done well. I mean, they've encouraged families today, and everybody is happy. They've done well. For posterity's sake, they've done well, beyond our imagination.
She's 50 and still counting. Of the 50, I guess about 25 thereabout are in her home as a married woman. About this time last year, we were in the first daughter's marriage. So it's been a success story, and I think it's about time now that she had started mentoring people so that they can benefit from her experience in home building. Yeah, it's timely, it's topical, and to me, every family needs it. Make a home. Because sometimes we miss the focus when we are thinking of how to build a society, forgetting that the primary unit of the society is the home. Sir, if you fix your home, I fix my home, and your Omafuvwes fix their home, at the end of the day, the society is far better. And it could be directed at, you say, it's directed at women, how to build your home, She's writing from the point of view of a mother and a wife who has been a successful one at that. I am aware she has children even in the diaspora, but again, her experience will help all of us, including fathers, including those who, some of us have been in this business, the business of keeping the home for some 25 years now. But there are also homes that do break in 25 months. So from whatever experience you can tap from, please somebody do tap from it, because I see theirs as one of the homes that have shown responsibility and impacting on the society. So we do expect that from this book we will be able to tap from their experience in order that the society can be better.
This particular book is a marriage tonic, and we really advise every couple to have at least a couple and go through it, because there is no area in marriage that this book did not touch, ranging from the true definition of marriage, what marriage entails, the choices you need to make before you enter into marriage, talk about so many things that you need to look forward to before you enter into this institution, and things that we see that is highly rampant in our society today. We'll talk about the issue of abuse, issue of conflict here and there, and the lack of strength to really handle such conflicts. And I think this book has an answer to all of them, and I just wish everybody could go home, just before you go to sleep, revise it together, read it together, and use it to mirror down your own marriage. It will really act as a great tonic to so many failing marriages.
At 50, what are your advice to her?
I want her to continue the good work she's doing. Like they always say that the largest room in the world is the room of improvement. So from where she's bringing out all this virtue, there are so many things that God still wants to use her to do in this particular world. So let her open up her mind and let God keep using her. And I wish her all the best, because I know that the Bible always talk about that the latter rain shall always surpass that of the former. I wish her well.
The book was reviewed by Sir Eddie Ogidigbegbajie, Permanent Secretary, Government House and Protocol, represented by Anthony Uselu, Mr. Frank Igbegbulem, and Mrs. Felicia Wenke, while it was unveiled by Architect Stanley Mebu Ganje. High point of the occasion was the cutting of cake by the celebrants with family members and friends, prayers for the celebrants by the clergymen, and song presented by various artists.
When I say give me an R, let it be loud and clear. Give me an R, an E, an H, an O, a B, an O, a T, and an H. Hey, robot. All right. Stay there. Baba, come. Where is the baba? Come my house, those days. Yes.
Oh, come to the Father through Jesus thy Son, and give him thy glory. Great things he has done.
From the moment that I wake up till I lay down, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I know these are parts. It goes like this. It says, all my life you have been faithful. Yeah. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I'm able, I will sing of the goodness of God. That wasn't it.
The Omafuvwe family thanked everyone that came from far and near to make the celebration a success. EE Media reporting.